What's up, gang? How is everybody? Good morning. Man, I'm in an uproar this morning. I feel like today could turn into a damn rant, possibly. I I haven't been in the loop on like a ton of different cases, and I just heard about this Scotty Morris thing. Good morning, Tina. And Tina, I got you back. Don't worry. Got a special surprise coming up soon. Selena, good morning. How is everybody? Did y'all know the West's jury selection is currently underway and trials expected to begin ASAP? Did y'all know that? That's hard to believe, to be honest, because I felt like it was so long before the arrests happened that it seems like we've actually got to court fairly quick. Would y'all agree with that? Janet, good morning. I feel like it has, honestly. Got me an Alka-Seltzer, man. I got a headache this morning. It's a cure-all. Well, I think it's Alka-Seltzer is one of them things that makes me think it helped, like a sugar pill. Lisa, good morning. Have y'all seen that though? The jury selection underway, California City Boys. I got us a clip. But I want to start with that one, man, because I tell you, out of all of the people I've seen in a while, the way that I think this is playing out, they're as evil as any, in my opinion. And there's a lot of evil people out there right now. We also got Leticia Stauch, for everybody that knows that is. I got a clip on her we've been playing a little bit. There is a lot of stuff going on right now everywhere. Been following since the boys went missing. It's a heartbreaker, man. They still haven't found them, you know. I just wonder if there's been any kind of talk about a lesser sentence or anything if they would tell. I'm sure there's been offers thrown out there, but I guess, you know, when you're innocent, plead not guilty. Death penalty off the table for Lori Daybell. Really? Huh. Is it a mental health thing, you reckon? Why is that? I don't know. I don't get it. To me, the death penalty ain't really a threat if you're under or over 40, because old age will probably get you first. Thank you. God bless you. They're saying death penalties off the table for Lori, Brandy.
Yeah, I think that. Why?
I don't know. I haven't got an answer. I wasn't aware of that. They need to pay for what they did. It did happen faster than I thought, just like the Murdoch case. Yeah. No. I'm tickled for everybody involved that it happened that fast. Because, man, some of this stuff seems like you can, well, and you know, I'm happy that somebody's going to face some consequences because of evidence filing. Yeah. The Murdoch case, it's kind of wild. Wonder where is that over now, Randy?
What?
Is the Murdaugh trial over? How many of y'all have heard about Scotty Morris? Am I the only one getting in late on this? A lot of y'all heard of that? We'll go there last. We got the most on that. Me and Brandy was going through it this morning. There's a lot out on that. This little boy's still missing too, so hopefully he can get found. I got a picture of him for those of you that don't know. He's 14 years old from Indiana. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. That's the only two I've seen. The one on the left is kind of like, I guess, his missing persons flyer. Age 14, height 5'4". If you have seen him, call 911, please. I think it's a good chance he could possibly be a runaway. We'll get to that later though. We'll go. I want to play all the West stuff first. This got sent to me just recently, but it's like a day or two old. But I don't think anything really has. Still doing jury selection.
In your 17 court watch, jury selection is underway for the couple charged in the deaths of their adopted sons. Today, prospective jurors filled out hardship questionnaires, as well as a questionnaire asking if they had heard media coverage in the case of Trezelle and Jacqueline West. Prosecutors allege 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were killed about 3 months before the West reported them missing. That was back in December of 2020. The boys' bodies have never been found. This trial is expected to begin next week.
Yeah, that's crazy. I am so happy that we are at trial. Them little boys are cute too. They look like brothers too. I thought they resembled a lot. Poor Scotty. So a lot of y'all have heard about the Scotty thing too. See, they even mentioned in the new news clip about their bodies not being found. I'm sure there's been talk back and forth, and they're not giving it up. I'm assuming they're playing. I don't know what defense they could have, because I'm confident they can't show proof that they even ever had them in California City. Right? Those are some beautiful baby boys. Yeah. It's crazy, man. I don't get what their thing is either. I don't understand what they did that for. And they have other kids too in their care. How did they decide that that's the way?
I think they over disciplined one of them and didn't want the other one talking pretty much. So
yeah. You think?
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I don't think they just offed them for no reason. I get that feeling. They over disciplined, maybe the one of them.
Look at him with them arms, man. Don't that kill you? That forever sticks in my mind. Watching that interview, thinking, this dude, man.
He's a weird one.
You know what?
They act so strange, both of them. How he talked and stuff.
They acted like they were there more to explain why they hadn't been searching, and then I don't know, you could just tell they seem more worried about them than finding anybody, you know. But think about this, they're doing this months after they last had them, right? Think about how evil it is. How could you do that? Walk out in the front in a big crowd of people and just make up a bunch of craziness.
Yeah, they have no proof they were ever there.
Ah,
I like to see their defense. They should just plead guilty, really. They even have their own kids, you know, probably maybe have to testify, which is the sad thing. Right?
yeah, that's what's going to be awful about that, is if them kids have to get up there and testify.
We'll probably find out some more stuff, more details, I'm sure, as the trial goes on. Stuff they couldn't release until a trial.
Well, see, that what I just played was like a day or two old. It wasn't real old. Today's what? Wednesday. So I'm thinking it's going to be starting by Monday, the trial. Like the jury will be done and everything is officially starting.
Oh, they do that right after? I didn't know how long after the jury picked. I guess pretty soon, because they don't want the jury to find out a lot about the case.
That's what I'm thinking. Man, how do you find people, like, especially in that region, that don't hear about this stuff? But I think you're allowed to know about it to a certain extent. To ask myself, what did these poor kids ever do to get gone? They're just little, these boys, some are Madeline mechanics, etc. Just little kids, so sad.
Yeah, what gets me is Trezelle's mom worked for CPS. So there might be a link there why they even got those boys to be in there. Unfairly, probably, I believe. I don't know.
They collected a lot of money for the boys.
Oh, did they?
I'm thinking that's the only thing I mean, I don't know, but I'm thinking that they got something out of that. They didn't just adopt them to do whatever they did, I don't think, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, people that could do that to whatever they've done, you know, they just can't have no heart, you know?
Who knows?
You got to have a real evil soul to do whatever they've done. California pays big bucks for foster care and adoption.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
See, I don't know. And that don't make sense to me, because it seems like to me there's a lot of people out there that want to have kids that would pay to adopt. Why would you be paying people to adopt?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I guess they have to stay in foster care for about 18 months, so they couldn't really fully adopt them. So were they foster kids or adopted? Do you know? Or they actually adopted them?
Yeah. They were to be adopted, I thought, right?
Oh, I should know that. Y'all might know. Were they actually adopted or foster kids? I think they were adopted because they have their same last name. So I'm thinking they were adopted.
Yeah, they were. They were.
So they must have had them for a while, because at least I know in Tennessee you have to have them for 18 months before you can adopt them fully. So.
Yeah.
And they're only 3 to 4 years old. So.
They were fully adopted. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I'd have thought about that. I knew that.
The Tristan case, or Tristan and, what was her last name? Aiden Fucci and Tristan case. He's on trial right now, but he already pleaded guilty. Do you remember him?
No.
The 16-year-old that killed the 13-year-old cheerleader. I'm sure y'all know. It was a big case probably about a year ago. He's on trial, but he already pled guilty, but they're still having a trial with all the evidence, I guess, to sentence him.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? Him taking selfies in the cop car? I know we talked about it.
Not on here, you ain't.
Yeah, we have.
I've never heard of that.
Yes, we have. Ask them.
If
I showed you
heard of it.
A picture of them, I'm sure you could.
Why are you bringing up craziness? You told me that.
Because
You
it's one of the big cases going on right now, and I forgot to tell you.
There's a lot of big ones going on right now.
And that one was really big. Oh, it's the state versus him, so I guess they're just still getting evidence out.
Y'all want to see? I showed y'all the Wests, which that's going on right now, and here's the other one that's going. I don't know. Where's it at? Hold on. Here's the other one thing that's going on right now that was really big. A lot of people know about this too.
Son Gannon Stauch in 2020. This trial is finally beginning after years of delays. Stauch requested a second mental health evaluation after Stauch allegedly plotted to escape from jail in El Paso County. By 2021, Stauch decided to represent herself in court, despite a judge insisting she'd be better off with a lawyer. Stauch was granted time to use the jail library to prepare for her case. Well, then she lost those privileges after refusing to use her scheduled time in the library. Kennedy Cook is following today's developments, and Kennedy, certainly a lot has happened in the last 3 years since Gannon was killed.
Yes, that is correct, Kelly. Now, this all began when Gannon's stepmom, Leticia Stauch, first reported him as a runaway in 2020. Now, that later turned into a missing and endangered persons case, and then developed into a murder case when his body was discovered in Florida. Now, Leticia Stauch is charged with first-degree murder, child abuse resulting in death, and tampering with a deceased body. She has pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity in Gannon's death, but doctors at the state mental hospital say Stauch is competent to stand trial. Additional evidence from El Paso County deputies show Leticia's DNA was found on a gun connected with Gannon's death.
See, I didn't know all that. Did you know that?
What was found?
Gannon's blood was found on her shoe.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that either.
I think that was hush-hush until lately.
I've made a video about her before. Y'all should watch it. It's got her interview she does in it, and she is just, ugh.
I think she reminds me of Evelyn. No. What's Evelyn Oswald's mom? Megan?
Megan, yeah.
I think they remind me of each other. You said no. She reminds you of somebody else. Who was it?
Megan just seems like dumber to me. Leticia seems more evil to me.
Well, I don't know. They act similar to me. How they act.
Yeah, they both have issues and are really good at lying on camera.
Yeah,
man.
storytelling.
Just making shit up.
You can tell they do it with ease.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think they practice.
She had no story for everything. Leticia did, didn't she?
Oh, Leticia would. And what got me about her is that, and the part always stuck with me is where she talked about everybody's just going to be kissing her ass when they find out how innocent she is. And she kept expressing that. I've seen her mention it in like 3 interviews. And that just, ugh.
Yeah, everybody knows she was the last one with him. It was on video, them in the same vehicle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But see, I think she's trying to plant the seed in people's minds that they're wrong and think she can just like convince, yeah. By planting that seed is enough to win people over. No.
That's bad when you're that mad over having to take care of a kid, a teenager, like a young teenager. He could take care of himself. What does she have to do? You know, not a lot for him. I think that's maybe why she did it. Either that or jealous, because she's always there taking care of his son while he was gone.
That's what I kind of got the feeling it maybe could have been with her is too, maybe the dad, like when he was home, was wanting to spend time with his son a lot, and she's the type of person that would have seen that as an obstacle to her getting attention.
A young child. That's ridiculous.
because she loved attention. She did a few interviews that I don't know why in the hell anybody guilty of what she was guilty of would have done unless they love attention. And she ain't crazy. She can play that shit all day long.
Yeah.
I ain't buying it.
I'm not either.
She ain't crazy. She's mean as a damn snake.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. She needs to go to prison for a long time. She's evil. There's a lot of women, evil women, that commit crimes on their own kids or stepkids, it seems like lately. Her and Megan and Lori Vallow, and it's sad.
Gannon's body was in underseat storage of her car when the police were there looking for Gannon.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Where at?
Underseat storage.
In her truck or car? She rented a car, I know, but didn't she? To drive and get rid of his body? I think she did a rental, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but
that was bad. Why would you do that?
That looks suspicious as hell too, man. I don't know what her thinking behind that was.
She didn't think things out, I think.
She went a long ass ways too, man.
It didn't work out, did it?
No, and thank goodness it didn't. And you know, like, I'm just glad so many of these have come to trial, and law enforcement starting to look better now because of all these. A lot of these that it was looking bad for a while, you know, have turned out and getting that ass, knocking them out. West going down, Leticia going down, you know. I hope to add some names to that. I ain't gonna mention any.
Lori Vallow, that's not fair. She don't get the death penalty, but at least she'll hopefully get life. She should.
Well,
I don't see why she wouldn't.
You think she's batshit enough crazy where she thinks the apocalypse is coming anyway, and it's not going to matter?
No, she already thought that like years ago.
You don't think she believes it anymore?
No, that time has already came and gone, so I don't know what she believes now.
Yeah, but usually don't people like push it back when that happens?
I don't think so.
I think so. And I know the Jehovah Witness has done it twice, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I think Chad was the mastermind. I think he kind of brainwashed Lori to follow him. Her and her cousin.
Well, see, I think she already had an issue before him. To be looking into people like him, you'd have to have an issue, right? She found him because he believed in that shit, right?
I don't know.
Or no?
I thought they just went to the same church.
Chad and Lori?
Mm-hmm.
No. Same church.
Or some kind of meeting they were having.
I don't know. I thought you would know. That's why.
Yeah. I don't know. That case is weird.
Hi, Missy Jess. A lot of shit going on Monday, and we couldn't make it.
That was before we got into YouTube. Lori Vallow case. Yeah, that's right before that. That would have been a big one.
Yeah.
Case to follow. I remember when they were following in Hawaii. They're taking on vacation. Their kids can't be found. They just keep on walking by the reporters. Everybody asking them, where your kids at? We're on vacay. We're going to have a good old time.
God, and they seemed happy as they could be, too. That's so odd to me, ain't it?
These people don't have hearts. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Or they, in their mind, they believe they done the right thing, you know? So, in their minds, they justify it. They had to off these people because that's what they needed to do at the time.
It's wild, man.
Yeah. So.
I'll tell you, the saddest thing is, you see that footage of Charles trying to tell the cops, hey, she's batshit crazy.
Yep.
And
they offed him.
I'd hate to be in that situation. You start like telling me crazy shit. You know, next month, world's over. This dude Chad told me about it.
Yeah.
Chad? Where'd you meet Chad at? He was doing a seminar on, what was her thing? The end of the world by what?
I don't know that.
Any kind of apocalypse or
What she was into. Nothing I've heard about before.
Does any of y'all know what Lori's thing was? I'm pretty sure it was
some kind of cult. That tells you right there that cults really exist. That's what she's part of. So
I'm pretty confident it was the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I don't know. I think she has to be a little bit out there to have been down that road. Don't you?
Brainwashed, probably, yeah.
Because
brainwash happens. Pretty, like, I think Chad kind of. I don't think she was crazy at first. I really don't.
Genevieve, Messy Jessie, Nani Tina.
They say before
she
took care of her kids. You know, she did everything. She might have been a little bit selfish and weird acting, but I don't think she. I don't know.
Lori?
Yeah, I don't think she was crazy until she met Chad. Got brainwashed by him.
I thought it was zombies. See,
I think it was zombies
about
too.
To say that, I thought, no, that sounds out there. That can't be right.
Yeah, because that's why she was thinking JJ and was a zombie crawling up on the refrigerator. It was either him or her daughter. One of them. She was saying that.
God, if you believed that, life would be horrible, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you actually believed that. But you know what? You got to question that, though, with how methodical they was about getting away with this shit. Doesn't seem like the rationale of somebody that really thinks that shit's happening to me. You know what I'm saying? Seems like they're really trying to cover their tracks, considering it's going to be all down to zombies and shit. Right?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think they thought everybody was zombies. They're just certain people. And they included her family members for some reason. So it's very strange.
I wonder how Chad sold that to her. I just don't know how people can buy certain stuff. You know?
Some people have weak brains. They believe stuff.
I guess. I'll tell you what, this thing right here has got me upset, and I don't want to be too hard, but
I showed this to him this morning. He didn't know about it. I seen it on the news a couple days ago.
Now this was news to me. Okay, I'm just going to lay the groundwork for everybody else. I got a couple things. Just follow along.
Who?
About 100 volunteers joined law enforcement on the fourth day now of the search for a missing teen in Delaware County. Scotty Morris went missing in the small town of Eaton back on Thursday night. That's where Rich Nye is tonight.
Do you have any questions at all before we get started?
Community volunteers joined first responders from the area searching for a fourth day for Scotty Morris. The 14-year-old left his home in Eaton Thursday night about 8:15.
It was over punishment, and I think it was just a normal mom and son argument, and he walked away.
Scotty was wearing just a white t-shirt, black and red shorts, and black sneakers on these cold final days of winter. Police have searched over 20 homes, interviewed more than 25 fellow students, and canvassed the entire little town multiple times.
All the way into the bin, that bottom bin.
From the command center, search parties went out Monday to cover new ground along the Mississinawa River.
I come from a large family, and one of the scariest things that I could think of is losing a child that age. I'm not going to let it happen. I want to find him.
Scotty's mother hopes her son is just hiding.
I need to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay? And I love you so much.
Scotty's family and police want to stress to him and to anyone that might be providing shelter to Scotty that he is not in trouble. They just hope that Scotty has not run into trouble. In Eaton, Rich Knight, 13 News.
Well, I tell you what, after looking into this shit, Scotty shouldn't be in trouble. But his parents, his mother should be in trouble, in my opinion.
And stepdad, yeah.
And yeah, any adult in that house. Let me show y'all a picture. Now, I barely touched on this earlier. This is him, though. This is Scotty Morris. This is the T-shirt they got here. They've cropped it out of most everything because they don't want people seeing this part. It's got stuff on it that says I'm a liar and different derogatory things, okay? And the reason he's got that is his mom had him wearing it
for a week.
For 6 days is
That's
what
punishment.
it says. Now, why as a parent would you do that to your child? Especially he's 14 years old. You know how image is really important to you as a 14-year-old. 6 days, his mom had him wearing that shirt saying, I'm a liar, and all these negative
Me and my
things.
brothers, that's some other stuff.
To me, I'm sorry. That is child abuse. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't do that and embarrass your kid. That's not teaching them a lesson by wearing a shirt. Really isn't.
Oh, that makes
For
me
6
so
days.
mad.
It's even in the picture. No wonder he ran away. I don't think he ran away, though. I think something happened to him.
I'm torn because, you know, I would think if they did that to him, there's a good chance I would have run away. If my mom was embarrassing me like that, and, you know, so I'm torn about that. But then I'm thinking if you would do that to him for 6 days.
Most I don't know, really, you know.
And I'm sorry, man. But let's watch this. Let me play this real quick.
After I watched this, I'm like, oh my, they've done something to him. Just listen to this video with the mom in it.
Watch this.
How she acts.
Scott, I love you. And I want you to come home. And I know that you're mad and confused. And I'm afraid that you're scared of all of this. Everyone is out looking for you. And we're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble. Okay? If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? I love you and I just want you to come home. I need you to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. I need you home. I just need you home, okay?
She wasn't crying, not a tear. Her face wasn't red. She was doing that. I don't
know. I'm not convinced, man, that a person that would have done what she did to him, embarrass him like that. Take pictures of that. You know, once there's a picture of that, that shit's forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and how embarrassing would that be for a 14-year-old boy for that shit to come up in that shirt, which I guess, you know, the picture's really irrelevant because everybody he knows has probably seen him in it by this point.
He was crying in that picture, too, that one picture. It looks like his face was all red.
Oh, amen to this. Slapping I'm an a-hole t-shirt on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's not a good punishment for a child. I'm sorry. Embarrassing them. No. Why?
It's awful to me. It was horrible. I would never do that to my child. I worry about my child's self-esteem. I am damn sure not going to do something like that that's going to hurt it.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think you ran away in the cold with shorts on. No.
And that shirt, you know.
No.
I'm guessing they said white t-shirt. when he went missing. So
hopefully what'll happen, they'll start pulling videos in that neighborhood and not track him down. Hopefully the neighbors had cameras and stuff so they can see if he actually left that home or not. So
I'll tell you, I'm not saying
they haven't
anybody did
found
anything,
them.
but that stinks, that whole story.
I'm saying
And that
they did something. That's my opinion.
that clip I played,
Might be
man.
wrong, but you can just tell how that mom's acting on camera. She's not, I didn't see no tears. She was focusing on trying to breathe real hard for the camera, I think.
It's, well, to me, now, mind you, I'm pretty sure that what we just seen was 4 days after he had went missing when she did that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? She seemed like that's how you'd have been with 911 over the situation. Like, she overdid it, I thought, a lot. And, you know, if she was mean enough to make him wear that shirt and do that stuff, she way tried to over dramatize. And then, you know, like we said, you didn't see one tear. There was a lot of trying to get one to come up, but I didn't see nothing. So I don't know. It felt, what would you say it felt like?
She's trying too hard to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like over drama, overacting.
Yep.
Not one tear shed.
No.
The Wells won't even plead for Summer, not even any emotions. I've got one interview where Dawn, you know, does what would be the plea, and he starts it out with, I know y'all have heard it, but he says, I'd like you to give her back. I don't know how you can do that. You're probably scared of going to jail forever. And I'm like, that is such a weird way to approach that. That when you're making your plea to return your daughter, you mention how they feel like they're in such deep shit because of what they've done. I would downplay that, right?
I'd be like, we'll work it out.
We'll work it out. And I ain't pressing a damn charge one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But instead, he goes the other route with it, almost, you know?
Yeah.
I find a lot of oddness about that.
A lot of it, Candace and Dawn, they drank and did too many drugs to kind of numb themselves. So who knows if, you know, if they really were upset with all the alcohol and stuff they did. So
yeah.
People like that, they do like drugs and alcohol to numb their feelings, really. Usually.
She was stressing the 911 and him being scared too much. I thought that was a weird thing to spend your time talking about it to me. You know. And she's like, you know, if you're scared, me and Dad will come get you. Yeah, the same people that put me in the t-shirt and made me wear it that had all this derogatory shit all over it.
Just think, if they were like that, they probably wouldn't let that boy leave. No way. They'd be chasing him down the road. They're not going to let that boy walk out and just leave in the middle of the fight. You know? I don't think so.
I don't know. Let's read. I got an article of this too. Let's share the article. There we go. Hold on. Okay, which one is it? Here it is. Here we go. Indiana police say missing teen's parents forced him to wear a shirt with demeaning words are now heartbroken. Scotty D. Morris, missing from Eaton, Idaho for 6 days, was allegedly forced to wear missing from Eaton, Idaho for 6 days, was allegedly forced to wear a t-shirt with the handwritten message, I'm a liar. Indiana police say the parents of missing Indiana 14-year-old Scotty D. Morris allegedly forced him to take a photo wearing a t-shirt with demeaning words, but are now heartbroken that their son seemingly vanished and has been unaccounted for nearly a week as of Wednesday. In first announcing Morris,
Then take ours for a spin and go for the win with the Bet Rivers Casino.
And first announcing Morris was missing, the Eaton, Indiana Police Department shared a photo to its official Facebook page showing the teen with a shaved head and wearing a white t-shirt with handwritten demeaning words including "I'm a liar, hurt, and cheat." The department later took it down and shared a more cropped version of the image showing just Morris's buzz cut and face. That's interesting too. He just had got his head shaved.
Yep.
Ain't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
WPTA said Turner confirmed Morris' parents forced him to wear the shirt as a form of punishment, but the chief added that the shaved head was allegedly the teen's idea. They went to Great Clips, and that's what he told them he wanted, Turner said in an on-camera interview with the outlet Monday. But the shirt, it was kind of unorthodox, it was disturbing, and we're looking into that, Turner said.
So they said that's what he said? Huh.
Do I?
How'd they get that information? Who told them that? It acted like the boy did.
Well, I guess he's telling the story that's they told him.
Oh, okay.
They went to Great Clips, and that's what he told them he wanted. Maybe they've talked to the people at Great Clips.
Maybe.
Who knows, you know? But the t-shirt was unorthodox. It was disturbing, and we're looking into that. So they're checking that. Yeah, that's disturbing. Chief said the now deleted image caused speculation to spread on social media.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it did. WPTA reporter Alex Noel said in his report that the chief insisted Morris's parents are heartbroken and asked that people respect their privacy. They were beat up pretty bad on social media, and right now they cooperated the entire time with us, Turner said, referring to Morris's parents. You're not in trouble. We want to help you. Just please contact us, Turner added. The teen's mother, Felicia Morris, spoke out on camera for the first time Monday. See, and that was days after he went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, I love you. I want you to come home. I know that you're mad and confused, and I'm afraid that you're scared of all this. Everyone is out looking for you. We're not trying to scare you. You're not in trouble. If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out. Me and Dad will come get you, okay? That's weird to say to me. If you're in a house and they come to you and you don't want to go out because it's the cops, reach out to me and Dad and we will come get you, okay?
How likely to reach out to them, you know?
I'll be
Your
like,
mom and dad.
Well, that's bad advice too.
Yeah.
You should just go to the cops. Yeah. You know? Love you, and I just want you to come home, she added. I need to know that you're safe. Please just call 911. Tell anyone. Just, I need you home. I need you home, okay? And I love you so much.
I think there would be sightings if he left that house. People seen him walk away from the house. You know, he just like disappeared almost.
Well, you know, to be fair, we don't know that there hasn't been sightings, but you know, she just, I don't know.
I might be wrong. He might have ran off,
but see, the thing that makes me think he might have is
how
the
they
shirt
treat
stuff,
them.
because I could see a kid running away over something like that. On Tuesday, the Eaton, Indiana Police Department suspended organized search teams from the public, but said the Indiana Department of Natural Resources would still be assisting with boats, sonar, and dive teams if needed. It also confirmed a federal organization was meeting with local law enforcement.
Yeah, I can't believe, Tamla said, I can't believe they stopped the search. I know them missing, what is that word? M-I-S-S. Missing.
Mississippi.
Is that?
I don't know. Just go.
Oh, it's probably Mississippi River. No, some river will. Never mind. I can't read this. I have finished off. Anyways, I think she was saying that she can't believe they stopped the search for him already.
It seems awful soon, don't it? It makes me wonder. And they say that somebody's coming in. Maybe.
Deborah says, I think he's in the river. He said himself before he left that he was going to jump off the bridge. Oh,
Really?
that's awful.
I haven't seen that.
Then why wouldn't the parents go after him if he's making threats like that? I'd be scared to death. My kids want to go somewhere and jump off a bridge, you know?
Yeah.
The parents would have had to heard him say that if they know that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That he said he's going to jump off a bridge. Where would that be coming from?
This is only to check the areas of water nearby and further search of the river further out of Eaton town limits. Other canine teams will also be utilized today as well, the department said Tuesday. Officers are still investigating working leads as we receive them.
I think that was maybe the name of the river she put in there. I don't know.
We ask that you refrain from making false statements and accusations. A law enforcement meeting will be held today with the Indiana State Police, Delaware County Sheriff's Department, Indiana Natural Resource. Several interviews have been conducted. Many properties and residences have been searched throughout this investigation. Morris described 5'4", white male weighing around 150 pounds, brown hair and blue eyes, last seen around 8:30 p.m. Thursday in Eaton, Indiana, which is 76 miles northeast of Indianapolis. He's believed to be in extreme danger, may require medical assistance. Huh.
Hey, Candace. Candace is in here.
Indiana State Police wrote in issuing a civil alert on Friday. Turned to know that most of Morris's classmates are currently on spring break, and it's possible the team may be hiding in a home that may be currently empty. Sheriff added that officers will be going in different empty rental homes starting Tuesday in an attempt to locate Morris. Wow, that sounds awful specific, don't it?
Timmel said he had 3 siblings and he was a twin. Had twin sister. Yeah, he's a twin.
I'll tell you though, man.
And the sister said there were things that happened that the public shouldn't know. Twin sister said that. Okay. Candace said, look at the difference in those 3 pictures. The happiness less and less in each picture. Yeah, he looked kind of sad.
In what pictures?
The pictures of him. The different pictures.
Yeah.
Like if you timeline him, he looks happy then sadder and sadder.
Hi, John and Brandon. Been waiting for the trial of the West babies. Are you going to cover the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Yeah, I don't know about streaming it.
We'll cover it.
But yeah, we're going to keep it up to date on it. I'm excited to see some justice, but I tell you, I am dreading to know what involvement these poor children had.
Yeah, that's a sad, reality for them, having to live with that the rest of their life.
I tell you, man, I think these 2 are evil.
Yeah, I get the cult vibe from them too.
I tell you though, who do you get the vibe? It wears the pants.
Her, kinda.
I kinda do, right?
What do you guys think? Do you think she runs the house or he does? But I might be wrong. Who knows?
I feel like he's just a real beta to me.
Yeah.
So I could see, but she just, I don't know.
It's weirdo to get 2 evil people like that together.
So odd, ain't it?
Yeah, to do something like that. So that happens a lot. Like some people probably wouldn't commit a crime by themselves, but they get with somebody else just as evil, then they do something together.
I tell you, as big as this thing's gotten with Scotty, I agree with this, that if he ain't back after spring break's over, something bad has probably happened.
Yeah, I hope he's still out there.
But I put myself in a 14-year-old. I can go back to when I was 14, and I tell you what, if I was his buddy, at this point, his ass would have turned himself in. I've been like, no.
Yeah, it's too big.
This is too big now, man. Shit has hit the fan. You need to go turn yourself in. Okay, I would have hit that button real early.
Yeah.
If I was his friend.
I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I didn't want to get. He ain't coming to my house and hanging out. I'll tell you that. And I might slip it to mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guess what? You know, I hope. I don't know. And I tell you, if the longer you go with something like this, the worse it's going to get. You know.
Yeah, but who wouldn't chase after their kid if they said, "I'm gonna go jump off a bridge"? They let them leave. You know.
The same people that would put him in a T-shirt, degrade him, and take pictures.
I'm sure they'll interview his sisters and brothers, see what they say in that household happened. You know. It's probably not good.
I'll tell you, being 14, man, that would have been the worst thing you could have done to me is what they did to that boy.
Mm-hmm. Embarrassing.
That would have really upset me. You know, I could see, that's why I just don't know. I'm not saying the mom had anything to do with anything, but she just don't seem sincere to me after we know what they did.
Donna said, Brandy, they had one of their own boys do it to them. The boys are brothers. I guess she's talking about the West boys.
Yeah.
So, that's awful. Those kids have to live with that. Evil. Maybe that's how they got them not to talk. The kids threatened them, you know. If you say something, you'll be the one going to jail. You did it, you know. You helped. So.
Oh, God. It's just awful to think that, you know. I tell you, though, for that to go down the way it did, both of them, I don't care, are just as guilty. You wouldn't think anybody would participate in that.
And they were leaving the state when they arrested them. They had purchased the RV and everything.
Oh, I'm thinking they was going deep cover.
Yeah.
Is what they were preparing for. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, if Grandma knew shit, her ass should be getting charged with something too.
Yeah, and other family members. You know?
Anybody that knew anything. Because, you know, that could have still affected being able to find them if you spoke up at a certain point or something, you know?
Because it was like 3 months, so families want to ask where the boys are, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure Trezelle and Jacqueline made stories up and stuff where they were, but I don't know. I would start asking questions. So, don't make a lot of sense.
No.
They just need to give it up and tell everybody where they put their bodies. In my opinion.
Yeah, but people like them, man, they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
They will go down. It's like Diane Downs, you know. She still to this day says she's innocent. She could have probably been paroled if she would have ever admitted it.
Yeah, she's like
and still to this day swears up and down she didn't do it. It goes to show you, man, they're different.
People. Yeah, they make themselves believe they didn't have nothing to do with it. Even though they did it. Makes no sense.
I'm still scared Diane Downs is getting out and moving next door or something.
She's a crazy lady there.
Yeah. I'm going to make me a Diane Downs mini movie or something. It creeps me out so bad.
I don't like talking about her. I'll give her attention. She's creepy.
I like giving her attention so other people can check it out, see what I'm talking about.
At least she's in jail, prison.
I don't think Bundy's that scary looking. BTK.
What?
None of them I don't think are that scary looking. She just, in the video where she's laughing when she's reenacting her children's death, is what blows my mind.
I think there's just something wrong with her. I think there's really something wrong with her mentally.
The bushy-haired stranger.
So.
Diane Downs is famous. They had a movie.
On Lifetime, there's a Lifetime movie. I remember.
Farrah Fawcett was in it, wasn't it? Didn't they say? No, I can't remember.
I know
Diane
there was a
Downs
Lifetime movie.
pulled over to the side of the road, shot her 3 kids, then creeped to the emergency room, and everybody thinks she was trying to go slow enough that they'd bleed out by the time she got there.
Yeah.
And 2 of them ended up living. And, you know, she told this big old story about somebody pulled her over on the side of the road.
Yeah, she shot herself in the arm, too.
Diane Downs. If you haven't heard about her, look it up. Creepy, scary shit, man. Her story is wild.
Yeah.
Ain't it? Ugh. The worst.
Yeah. Now, and then she got pregnant by the mailman or something.
Yes. And that was
manipulated.
Yeah. After it happened, she managed to get pregnant. A lot of people think she did it because she thought there's no way they'll put a pregnant woman in jail for murder. You know, that child got taken. She's come out
Interviews and stuff.
and done interviews and stuff. She's like, she was watching. One of her friends showed her the movie. That's how she found out who she was.
That's crazy.
Found out that her mother had done all that and realized she was the baby that was born after that. It's a crazy. Did she escape prison? Yes, she did.
The reason she did that, because they were messing up her her life. She was with a guy that didn't want to marry her or have anything to do with her because she had a bunch of kids.
Well, basically. This guy, she was all into him, and he didn't want nothing to do with it because he didn't want she had kids. So
that was
she wanted to be
part
with him
of
so
it.
bad.
Yeah, I don't think he probably was into her like she was into him either.
He said when she left the state was the happiest day of his life.
She's crazy nuts.
Yeah. I mean, imagine what kind of stalker she would have been that she could do that to her own kids. There's no end. She'd make Fatal Attraction look like a rom-com, wouldn't she?
Mm-hmm. It's creepy.
Horrible. Bad stuff.
Yeah, you can watch her parole hearings. They're like, she just talks like nothing happened ever.
Yeah. They're wild, man. And she talks to the parole board like she's made the decision for them, too. She'll be like, now, when I'm out, I need this, and this. And they're like, damn, just back it up. We're not even talking about that. You know, now she's trying to play her parents are up there in the years. She's got to get out so she can take care of them.
Well, her taking care of me. Would you?
No, absolutely. If she'll kill her kids, she'll kill her parents.
Yeah.
First thing you know, they end up gone. Diane Downs out of jail 1 week. Parents. Back in jail. Diane says she don't know anything.
I'd be glad when the Brian Koberger trial goes on, but it still has a while. All the information to come out, they're still keeping a lot we don't know. So.
I tell you, I'm just so blown away by that story, thinking that he's somehow got a plan to get out of it.
That's what I'm thinking. He'll have, some kind of plan, defense. What if he outdoes he gets over on everybody and
pull something off? I don't know, man. I think the whole thing's crazy with him. When he made that comment about, what did he say? Am I the only one you've arrested? I was like, oh.
And he might have did that just to throw everybody off, which might have been part of his plan, So, or it might come out there might be other people involved.
That's setting up a defense fight.
I keep on thinking, I keep on getting that there's somebody in the car waiting on him, or with him for some reason. Not in the house, but waiting on him. Yeah. I don't know why. I feel like there's more than one person. I might be wrong, but.
We'll get into that next time.
I know. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's crazy. Yeah. A lot of people got affected by him.
Yeah. They're tearing down their house. So the owner donated it to the college and they're tearing it down.
Yeah.
Which I get it because it's just a painful
Reminder.
place. Yeah.
And I don't know how you could ever want to live in a place like that unless you had some twisted thing.
Even as a neighbor, I'd be wigged out the rest of my life. That could have been me. Who knows?
Yeah.
Especially that roommate, if she didn't have anything to do with it. She was just lucky.
Very lucky.
Which I don't get that either, that story.
Yeah, I don't either. But we're at our hour.
Are we?
Guys, we'll be back soon, and we're going to try to keep up with what's going on in the trials, but we'll do our best. Testimony should be beginning soon on all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the stuff comes out, the good stuff. Testimony.
We were talking about maybe doing 2 lives a week instead of 1. We need to do more. So we might start doing that.
Yeah.
See, if I say it, I have to hold us to it. So that's what I'm saying. So, right?
Yep, that's right. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Jesse, thanks for modding.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you. Thanks, members.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you soon.